Man, we late as hell. We late. But hey, it is what it is, family. It is what it is. We are on one of those free holiday weekends, you know what I'm saying? Ain't our holiday, but shit. The day's free.
Why you
So I'm checking. Because I cuss, Sasha. You know that. Dang, my face is shiny. Man. So either that DE is either working or I'm just got a lot of grease on. I ain't putting no lotion on. I got a lot of that shea butter, but I ain't putting nothing on since this morning. So maybe the DE is working and my skin is just shining for being out in the sun. I want to thank everybody who taking the time to get up with us. Right now we're waiting for all of our stuff to come up. The computer is running slow. Look like my computer just froze. So we might not be able to start with the music. We're going to give it a couple of seconds to catch up. I already took this damn thing off this one of these stations that wouldn't let me get my podcast on. But for those that be following the podcast, we are on iTunes, we are on Google Play, we are on Spreaker, of course, right? But be sure to tune in. And special shouts out to the family out there on that follow us on Spreaker. Because Spreaker is where we heading. You know what I'm saying? We're trying to lock down that audience. I just got a billing info update. I need to check that and see what's going on. Hope I ain't not subscription. Okay, cool. Okay, cool. Alright, cool. Your credit card has your credit card has been okay, boom. This is an location that you are on file, credit card ending. Alright, cool. Alright. So I just downloaded a show for my kids. It's called positivekids.tv. A very powerful format for storytelling with babies, for kids. You know what I'm saying? One of the shows I've seen the shows off and on, and one of the shows is about a time traveling child who is given a pouch with secrets. Right. Sasha watching it right now. With secrets that she has sworn to keep secret. She's from Timbuktu and she travels up to the 21st century. So it helps give the kids some foundation. So they got a whole bunch of programs. So I got that. I also signed up for the comic book From Kids to Kings for Cleve and some of the other brothers, so that we can have some of the older young people, because males and females could read it and we can kind of dissect it, get the lessons out of it. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, a lot of times, we get so caught up in just looking at the history that we don't look at the moral lessons that may be involved with some of the stuff. Yeah, I'm trying to open the lines right now. I know you want to get on. I'm trying to open the lines right now. I don't know what's going on. I really don't know what's going on. Sound like somebody was trying to break in my crib. Hold on for a second. So I might have to shut the whole system down because of this damn I think it's Spotify. It's fucking my shit up. Excuse my language. I'm sorry, Sasha Marsh. I know your ears are sensitive. You ain't at the cussing. You ain't a cusser yet. Thank God. Well, at least I don't know that she's not a cusser yet. But so what I'm gonna do is I'm going to turn off the computer and start all the way over. I'm sorry. So we won't have sound effects. I will be opening the lines and I'm gonna stall for a couple of minutes. And you can type in some of the comments in, ask some questions. The folktale for the day, if you read, it says the shepherd and the sheep. We're going to discuss it. As a matter of fact, I can read it now until everything comes up. A shepherd driving his sheep to a wood saw an oak of unusual size, full of acorns, and spreading his cloak under the branches, he climbed up into the tree and shook them down. The sheep, eating the acorns, inadvertently frayed and tore the cloak. When the shepherd came down and saw what was done, he said, Oh, you most ungrateful creatures. You provide wool to make garments for all other men, but you destroy the clothes of him who feeds you. You destroy the clothes of him who feeds you. Ungrateful sheep, ungrateful sheep. All right, so let's get the lines open. Let me type in my code. I like to thank those that be putting up with me and my slow computer. But you know, as time goes on and we start building, our equipment will get better. As our equipment get better, it get faster. But you know, as the equipment get better, more data is going to be going over the stuff. And then with more data, it's going to eventually, it always balances out. You know what I'm saying? But it's going to be a little bit faster. But because we're going to adjust to the speed, it's still going to seem like it's slow. Because right now, if you think about it, how we used to have to get on the internet, maybe some of y'all never really experienced that, but how we used to have to get on the internet, that was slow. Remember the buzzing? Remember that? You know what I'm saying? You have to wait a long time. They have computers at the state auctions too. Ooh, you ain't got to laugh at me. I need somebody to know how to bid at the state auction. Last time I went to the auction, the car lasted me a week. What's up, Kyle? What's up, man? Long time no. You said 56K, no video. You ain't. What you mean? You're not getting video? Primitive. Oh, okay, yeah, no video, no nothing. That was way back in the day, yo. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't, no laughing at the dial-up. Oh, at the dial-up. Remember? Yeah, that's what it was called, dial-up. Now, do anybody still got dial-up? See, peace, the old school internet style. I can see. Word, hey. Y'all got to realize I'm slow, man. So I'm going to open up these lines. I'm trying to get my sound effects. And it take a long time for my sound effects to come up. Well, it's relative, all right? Like I told y'all the other day, we had a lesson in relativity. Sister Charlotte brought up the point that when we came to the sweat lodge, it was hot. We thought it was hot. We went to the sweat lodge. We came out the sweat lodge, and it was no longer hot. And she said, that's relativity. Prime lesson. You know what I'm saying? Because this shit is relative. It's slow compared to what? You know what I'm saying? Hell, if I had to do research and get in touch with each one of y'all with a dial, with one of those phones with the dial, you know what I'm saying? This would be a all night process. Right now, I'm complaining because my computer supposedly is moving slow. Shit. This ain't moving slow. We want back up to 100%. I want to open this up. Alright, Lady J, hold on for a second. Lines will be up and running. Hold on, let me go back. Let's do this. Wow. Oh, so now they're going to make me have to sign in the Hootsuite. You have to have someone with you that knows about computers to check them out before the auction starts, so you know which one to bid on once the auction set. See, with the computers, I'm not super concerned. What I'm concerned about is going to the state auction for the cars. See, because we need the 15 passengers, and we may be able to get a nice price car too. And I really want to focus on that. I really want to work on that, because I believe, you know what I'm saying, I believe that we really could actually do a lot of good work with some vans. Save some people some gas, you know what I'm saying, and get a lot of work done. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, but taking the mechanic mean I gotta take some money too. Because most you know what I'm saying? Gotta take some money, because I gotta pay the mechanic. See, and the one thing that a lot of people don't understand is that we have some budgetary. You are the first participant on the call. Budgetary constraints. While we wait for the others to join. You know what I'm saying? Some budgetary constraints. Dollar Jitney, like Florida and New York. Oh, that nah, dog. We in Columbus. You know how it is. Ain't no damn dollar jitney here. You ain't dollar shit here. You know what I'm saying? The bus ain't even $1 no more. So you can, ain't none of that shit. You know? So I want to welcome all of y'all once again. It's time for us to get into this folk tales. Lady J, lines are open. Lines are open. Tawi should fun. Tawi can participate, but I believe in skin in the game.
You are the first participant on the call.
I would never
Please
ask.
hold while we wait for the others to join.
I would never ask one of our organizations to pay fully without me investing, without us being invested. You understand what I'm saying? We have to be invested. You know what I'm saying? We could put skin in the game. You know what I'm saying? That's all. You know what I'm saying? But as Gye-Nyame, we got to be willing to put skin in the game. Nobody funds your revolution. You know what I'm saying? We got to be clear on that. We got to fund that. You know what I'm saying? The majority of those funds got to come from us. And like I said, I got the Daily Toaster shirt. This one is clean right now. I got the Daily Toaster shirts. The price is going to be down. And I'm thinking about doing a basement sale so that we could get enough to get them out. Right? You put plenty of skin in. Oh, yeah. Well, not in the whole Tawi piece. You know what I'm saying? Not presently. As far as Gye-Nyame and as far as what we do in the community, yeah, I got plenty of skin in the game. But as far as Tawi, not really. You know what I'm saying? Now, if we could look at it as the overall community, yes. But far as Tawi specifically, no. Far as the Rights of Past Collective, yes. Far as APDS, yes. Far as the African Center for Study and Worship, yes. And all of those feed into Tawi and help build up Tawi. But Tawi as an individual entity, You know what I'm saying? I could be turned away at the gate. You understand what I'm saying? Because the fact of the matter is that Tawi rose up out of those, and because it rose up out of those, you know what I'm saying? I could participate. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm part of the history, but actually being part of that organization, the initiation is not over. You understand what I'm saying? It's still a process that I have to go through, that I agreed to go through, and I still have to work through that. You know what I'm saying? I got to work with my family through that. You know what I'm saying? Me and my family, we build it, right? But you know, for those that don't understand what we talking about, I apologize. But let's get to this folktale. Lines are open, Lady J, if you still out there. Anybody out there on Spreaker? I'm about to put the number up. The number is 614 556 4535. Man, my fingers must be real big because they just be messing up on these keys. All right, hold on. I'm about to post it up for y'all on Facebook. If somebody out there that know the number want to type it up for me so we get it in there faster, you can. Look at this. Well, I don't believe it. You know, it's working kind of fast now. So, let's see. Well, I thought it was working fast. Let's see. All right, here we go. They said we got 22 comments already. 614-556-4535. Call in number. Wow. Let's see if it pops up. There it go. All right. So anybody want to call in, feel free to call in because we're about to start this conversation. I could swear that I had got this. I got to get this shit out because it keep popping up, slowing down my computer. That Spotify shit. All right, so here we go. And you know what? When I applied to Spotify, they wasn't accepting. What was it? They wasn't accepting podcasts at that point in time. Now they accepted podcasts. I still need to get that shit up off my thing. All right, here we go. Before I fall asleep. Once again, y'all ready? Here we go. Oh, Speaker Studio is showing up. Well, thank you, Mr. Spreaker. I appreciate you for finally popping up. A shepherd driving the sheep to a wood saw an oak of unusual size full of acorns, and spreading his cloak under the branches, he climbed up into the tree and shook them down. The sheep, eating the acorns, inadvertently frayed and tore the cloak. When the shepherd came down and saw what was done, he said, "Oh, you most ungrateful creatures! You provide wool to make garments for all other men, but you destroy the clothes of him who feeds you." All right, so now I want y'all to go on, soak that in. I want y'all to know that it feels so good. Class is in session. We about to kick it. Now first, or something. I mean, now of course, now back to CeeLo, of course, in some form or fashion, yes. I mean, I think everybody that's gonna benefit will need to, but like one of the first things I got to do, as far that the family got to do, is we have to go on and solidify the monthly commitments from people within the group, period. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, I mean, it's been in the work for a long time, so things will start happening slowly but surely. You know what I'm saying? Because we got a lot of participants, but once again, it gets down to the skin in the game. We have people who are not putting skin in the game. Right? So what we want to do is we want to move towards being able to hold people responsible. Because what you doing? What you doing? You mess with you and so?
I can't put it on charge.
Okay, you put it on charge, Cleve. That ain't what you was. I mean, I don't understand why you creeping around grabbing tablets and shit. My son, I don't know what's going on with my son, man. He run around at late at night grabbing tablets and shit. I don't know. I'm kind of concerned. We might have to do an intervention for him or something. You know what I'm saying? He run around and shit, always on the tablet. I'm like, damn. All right, so let's get to this folktale so we can build on this and get the wisdom that's here for us. Now, family, I need to start this off with a disclaimer, right? I need people to understand that what I say about the folktale is my opinion and my opinion only, right? Your opinion counts. We don't have to agree. You don't have to like what I say. I don't have to like what you say. But somebody out there may be waiting for your wisdom. Somebody out there may be in need of your wisdom. So please, by all means, voice your opinions. Write your opinions. Share your opinions. Let's argue. Let's agree. Right? Let's allow these ideas to clash and to pollinate one another. Right? Because we never know. It might be me and you might form two pieces of a triangle, and the third part of our triangle might be out there in the world, and they might hear me and your discussion, and it may spark them to move in a direction that will change the world. So family, by all means, Gye-Nyame Journey is your journey. Gye-Nyame Journey can be your tribe. But I just need you to invest. I need you to start applying some or sharing, let's say this, sharing your wisdom. Right? Whether you writing it or whether you taking pictures, whether you drawing it, whether you cooking it, you know what I'm saying? In some form or fashion, we need to start expressing our genes, and not just over the internet. We need to be expressing our genes around us, because when we give ourselves permission to demonstrate our greatness and feel our greatness and feel good about our greatness, we give other people permission to do the same shit. And as black people, we need to be giving each other more permission, because the rest of the world is looking at us and saying, y'all need to be servants, y'all need to be victims, y'all need to be the failures, because everybody else is benefiting off of what we do but us. Everybody. Right? So now we need to start putting ourselves first, and we need to be looking at each other and giving each other the nod of approval and saying, you have the right to shine, and I will stand with you, and I will help defend your right to shine. Fuck these jealous motherfuckers out here. You know what I'm saying? Whether they look like us or they don't look like us. We ain't got time for it. Our humbleness, the humbleness period that we had to go through is done. Right? Now it's time for us to shine. Right? So, now, let's get into it. So once again, we got a shepherd driving his sheep to a wood. Saw an oak of unusual size full of acorns. And spreading his cloak under the branches, he climbed up into the tree and shook them down. The sheep eating the acorns inadvertently frayed and tore the cloak. When the shepherd came down and saw what was done, he said, "Oh, you most ungrateful creatures, you provide wool to make garments for all other men, but you destroy the clothes of him who feeds you." Now, we can look at this at several angles. I'm going to step back for a second, right? Because what I wanted to hit this morning, I'm not going to hit directly yet. But I'm going to talk about this shepherd. I'm going to talk about the shepherd. Now, I'm going to talk about the shepherd from this angle. I'm going to talk about the shepherd from the angle of a dummy. Brother Hatim, why are you calling the shepherd a dummy? Let me tell you why I'm calling the shepherd a dummy. Right? The shepherd is feeding these sheep every day. This shepherd is with these sheep every day. This shepherd is walking these sheep to eat. These shepherds follow the sheep. These sheep follow the shepherd all over. This shepherd should know these sheep better than anybody else. The shepherd know what the sheep like. The shepherd know what the sheep don't like. The shepherd know when the sheep are feeling safe. He know when the sheep aren't feeling safe. The shepherd knows what a joyful sound from the sheep sound like, and the shepherd knows when a fearful, terrorized sound sounds like coming from the sheep. This shepherd, if he is a master shepherd, if he has been paying attention to his flock, which every shepherd should, this shepherd is in leadership, right? This shepherd is in leadership. And this is the piece about leadership, right? Leadership, right, means that you need to know how those that you are leading thinks. You need to know what their specialty is. You need to know what their skills are. You need to know what they like. You need to know what they don't like. You need to know what the cries of joy sound like and the cries of fear sound like, right? So you need to know that when you lay out the cloak and you climb up the tree as a leader, you need to know what those that are following you will do. This shepherd didn't think about the sheep before he climbed the goddamn tree to feed himself. Because as a leader, because family, we got to think about this. As leaders, if you want to be a leader, and if you have a flock, as leaders, if you have a team, right? And the team agree that you're a leader, and you agree to take the responsibility as a leader, this is going to sound fucked up. Because most of us have not really learned about leadership. Most of us have fallen into this false king shit, where the king is supposed to get the golden cup, where the king is supposed to get all of the dibs, where the king is supposed to, you're supposed to be flashy and shiny and stuff. Because I'm going to break that shit down for y'all real quick. But as a leader, you need to eat last. The sheep would have not trampled over this man's stuff if the sheep were fed, if the sheep were full. They would let him climb up the tree and just been sitting around there in oblivion, because that's what sheep do. But no, these sheep was down here eating these acorns because they was hungry with him. So it make you wonder, what was he doing with his leadership? You know what I'm saying? And then he should have known that if he was getting the goddamn acorns and he wanted the acorns, he should have known that the sheep was going to want the acorns. So rather than take a responsibility and be like, damn, that was dumb of me to climb up there and just get these acorns and lay my cloak down there, he want to blame the sheep, which you see with a lot of our leadership now. A lot of our leadership is looking for the reason why they failed, right? They're looking for someone to blame for their failures. And that's not leadership. That's bitchhood. I'm just saying, you know what I'm saying? That's bitchmanship. You know what I'm saying? That's what that is. That's homemanship. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's not leadership, right? Leadership, right? See, because we're used to watching TV, and we think that leaders are the ones that are playing with the pieces on the board, like he's playing chess against somebody else, and he gets to send people out. The leader is the one that gets to eat first. The leader gets. So now let's break that down. Where that tradition comes from, right? That tradition comes from that the leader or the king or the chief is supposed to be the most fit. And the leader or the king gets the choice, the top choice of everything. They get to eat first. Let me tell you where this tradition comes from, so that people get an understanding of this. Because we need to understand this as a people, right? So, because I want you to understand the type of leadership that you have, right? Because and pastoring is leadership. Because I want you to understand that's where the term pastor, right? The term pastor is leader, right? Why is it a leader? Because now I want you to really look at the deepness of this. What's a pastor? What's a pasture? Right? We got pastor. We got what's the pasture? Right? Is where the sheep go to eat. So a pastor is the leader of a flock. And he's supposed to be the deepest type of leader because the flock consumes him. True leadership. The flock consumes him. Now, let's go back to the motif that a lot of our so-called leaders they get. They get the best of everything. They get everything first, right? They get to drive the big cars. They get the best houses. They get the pick of men or women, depending on which one they are, right? They get the best of everything. But the reason that societies allowed these individuals to get this stuff was because these individuals represented the fittest of them. And this individual, right, is supposed to put their life, listen to me, it's supposed, when danger approaches, this motherfucker need to jump up from the table first and lead the charge to defend. I give you first pick. I give you first choice. As a community, we give you first choice. We feed you good so that when it's time for battle, you are not wore out because you're hungry. We give you first choice of mate. Why? Because we want to make sure that your seed is there. So when you have to go out and sacrifice yourself in battle, because you're supposed to be the first one out there, your seed is already taken care of, so you ain't even got to be concerned about that. Right? We give you the best housing so that you can heal yourself and stay ready. So when it's time for you to hit the battlefield, you can get it. When that dragon comes, when that man that's coming to challenge and try to take over the village or that group comes, you need to be the first one out there. You need to be the first casualty. That's where first rights come from. But we got it twisted, right? We think that the leader's just supposed to get that because they're the leader. No, they're supposed to get that because when it comes time to put it on the line, they are supposed to be the first ones up to do it. I ask you a question right now. Look at our leadership right now in our community. Are they the first ones? They willing, you know what I'm saying? When it comes to battle? I want all the benefits without any of the responsibility. No skin in the game. That's the type of leadership we got right now. No skin in the game. I don't want to take responsibility for nothing like this shepherd. The shepherd don't want to take responsibility for what the sheep did. He want to come down and condemn the sheep for what they did, rather than deal with the fact that if those sheep were fed, if they were taken care of, right, you wouldn't have to worry about that. Well, if he went up into the tree and threw them some acorns down first to distract them, then came down, put his cloak down, and started throwing his on there as quickly as possible, so that he could move that out the way, because he know they're gonna come back. Oh, but maybe he don't know his flock. See, most of the leaders today are not taking time to learn their flock. They don't want to be the pastor. They want to be the shepherd. A shepherd like this. Now, the other aspect, the other angle that I wanted to cover from, because I'm going to let y'all go, because I don't want to, we ain't got no call-ins. So, we're cool right now. I think Lady J might have went to sleep. I'm trying to let y'all know them lines is open. 614-556-4535. Feel free to call in. Feel free to call in. See what's going on. All right, nothing going on the line. The line is up. All right. So, now, the angle that I wanted to hit, because I told you I was going to sit around and think about this one. The angle I wanted to hit from this morning was that oftentimes, too, as a leader, we got to realize that in most cases, it's going to be thankless. People will trample you. And we have to understand that, right? Because if they wasn't, in a sense, the way they are, they wouldn't need your leadership. You understand? If they knew how to do stuff, if they were able to manage themselves in a fashion where they didn't destroy certain shit, they wouldn't be in need of your leadership. Right? So oftentimes, as leaders, we have to be able to, like I said, once again, going back and know those people that we are dealing with. We got to know those people on our teams. We got to know those who say, listen, I'm going to follow your leadership. You have to know them. You can't get mad at us, and I'm only using this because it's available. But you got to know. You can't get mad at a snake for biting you. That's what snakes do. You got to know the nature of everybody that you are in charge of. This is why tribes only get so big. Most tribes will never grow beyond 150 people. Let me say it again. Most legitimate tribes will not grow beyond 150 people. What happens is when they reach a point where it gets to about 150, that's too many people for an individual to really get to know intimately. The whole piece about tribes and families are that they're intimate groups. They're able to be intimate. You're able to talk to people, and you're able to recall and pull up people's names and remember parents' name. I mean, it's far as when we talk in tribal, we're talking like extended family. So that means that I may either know your parents or I may know of your parents from the stories that I heard within the tribe or from our conversations. I'm able to recall that. But what happens is when you get over 150, you know what I'm saying, that much information become overwhelming. So when a tribe approaches a certain size, that tribe has to split. Now, you still maintain being relatives with the other group, right? But that's something that has to be enforced with us coming together in ceremony. That's why ceremonies and rituals are so important, because they hold the larger group. They hold the ethnic group. They enforce ties, blood ties, communal ties, right? Because what's bigger than a tribe? A community. And what is a community? A community is a group of tribes that are coming together. Right? So, and understanding this, in our leadership, we have to know those who are under our leadership. We have to take the time to sit down and listen and talk and deal with some of their concerns and help them overcome some of the problems that they have. Right? And realize that often you won't be thanked. Realize that often your shit may get trampled. Often you're going to be dealing with ungrateful creature. Because the thing we have to understand is that leadership doesn't flow from us. It flows through us. See, what happens is that a lot of us get confused and we start thinking that the leadership is flowing from us. You just couldn't do it, family. It's just moving through you. Just like your gifts. A lot of us start getting confused and we start thinking that the gifts that we have are coming in a sense from us, when in fact they're coming through us. Because we are connected to something larger, and we have to make sure we remember this, and we got to make sure we teach our children this, because this is one of the things that we're missing. Because we start to think that all this is about us, and then we forget that we're connected to something larger. You can never win a revolution. You can never win a struggle. You can never win a war when you're fighting it as an individual. You have to be fighting it for a larger cause. You understand what I'm saying? You got to be fighting it for something bigger than you, right? Because one, that allows two things to happen. It allows your superpower to come out, right? Because and I keep going back to this in Roots. Those of you that saw it at the beginning when when Kunta Kinte was going through his rites of passage, they talked about on the battlefield. On the battlefield, you always leave your enemy a space in which they can escape. Right? And a lot of people's like, that's because in Africa we was kind and we always wanted to give our enemies an opportunity to escape. That is that bullshit. That's that bullshit. Family, when we went to war, in a lot of cases we went to war, right? Now, let me break it down for you. There is nothing more dangerous than a cornered being. You corner a rabbit, that motherfucker becomes dangerous. Corner a shrew, that motherfucker becomes dangerous. So what happened when you corner a man or corner a group of men with no escape? Their back is up against the wall. You think it's going to be an easy fight? Even if they're crying and they're on their knees begging. Please. Look at mine. I'm waiting for you to get close enough so I can snatch your throat out. I'm waiting for you to get close enough so I can get this kick off on that knee and snap that knee. I'm hoping you get close enough so I can poke you in your eyes, please. The reason that you leave your enemy a space to escape is so that their mind is on escaping rather than fighting you to the death. And when the fighting gets so intense and you back up and you give them an opportunity to continue fighting you, or an opportunity to run through that crack that you left them, in most cases they're going to run through that crack and you could take your time and pick them off. War. That's what that shit is. War. Right? So, it was not the kindness of our hearts that we was leaving that space. We was leaving that space because it made sense. You never corner an animal, human or otherwise. Because when you do that, you in for a fight. You're going to lose something that you may need in the future. You may lose a major member of your tribe because you're trying to corner these people and prove a point. Trying to corner this animal and prove a point. The only thing that's going to be proven is that a cornered being is very dangerous. Right? So bring that back. I don't even know how I got on that. But bringing it back to the whole leadership piece. As a leader, we got to understand that we may not be appreciated. As a leader, you got to understand that what you're doing is not just for your personal glory, it's for something bigger than yourself. That unleashes your superpower, that unleashes the power of the group. That allows a sense of pride to flow through everyone that's involved. And from that pride, you're going to get better productivity. You're going to get actual nation building mindsets that's flowing, right? And then especially when you have the tribe small enough, like at about 100, between 135 and 150, where everybody can get to know everybody else. Now those groups that break off, so for example, when you reach about 150, you need to split that group in half. One leadership take it one part, another leadership take another part. And you can have a central leadership council or a central body that oversees everything. But those groups got to have some form of autonomy so they can operate. And when each one of those groups become about over 150, they split in half. It's like mitosis, right? But no, we want to keep it all together. We want to be centralized. You know what I'm saying? I want y'all to understand this. Decentralized units have always been a problem for centralized units as far as battles and shit. That's one of the reasons why the United States got pushed out of Vietnam. They call it guerrilla warfare. We call it guerrilla organizing. Right? Nowadays they look at it and they call it sales. Right? Because that is the method in which they are following. They're following the method of sales, splitting, dividing, becoming greater, becoming bigger. Right? So back to this folktale, family. We talk about this shepherd and these sheep, right? My issue is I'm having major problems with the shepherd. I understand the shepherd is having a problem with the sheep, but the sheep are just that. Sheep. They're not known for their intelligence. They're known for following. That's what they do. Follow and eat. And as long as you keep their belly full, they straight. But let them bellies not be full and you out there in them pastures thinking they gonna stick around with you. You know what I'm saying? They trying to look for that next meal. We have to understand that. Let me make sure I done lost my no, I got my page. Alright. So family, I hope that you took some time to listen in. I hope you enjoyed that. I would love to hear your comment. I don't care if you record a video and post. Family, we just need to communicate. Because we actually be able to hear. And I would love to help you where you are. As a matter of fact, we're going to be putting together a course along with it. Along with all this other stuff, right? Because our team is gelling together, right? It's gelling together, slowly but surely. And my philosophy is if it come fast, it don't last. If it come good, it's good to go. Right? If it comes slow, it's good to go. Let's say it like that. If it come fast, it don't last. If it comes slow, it's good to go. And I have a tribe, a unit forming slowly but surely over these last 2 years. Right? So you got a circle, and it's like concentric circles. So, alright family, this is Brother Hatim. I want to let you know you are now rocking with the best. This is Gye-Nyame Journey Media. This is a Heart of Simple production. We just did folk tales for grown folks. And of course you know, we strive to blow up all your old paradigms. Alright, family. I'm gonna see you in the morning. I don't know how early. Cause y'all sleeping in. Most of y'all sleeping in late. too. So we're gonna have the show tomorrow, but we're gonna treat that like it's the weekend. All right. So this is Brother Hatim saying, I wish you peace, power, and joy, and I want you to enjoy your evening and contemplate what tomorrow means to you. Let's talk about that a little bit. All right. So this is Brother Hatim. I am out.